friends, and welcome to another episode of TBL In My Kitchen. And today I am going to share a recipe with you, and we're going to be making real homemade cinnamon rolls. So I am going to be posting the ingredients somewhere up here, so let's go ahead and get started. Apparently the weed eating guy is gone, so now I can record. It never fails. All right, let's start mixing all this stuff. The prep time is gonna be a little long. It's gonna be about 3 hours. I've been wanting to make this recipe for a while, but since the prep time is a little long, today is the perfect day. I woke up at 6:30 in the morning. I couldn't go back to sleep. What am I gonna do? So let's make some cinnamon rolls. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and start mixing it. We're going to need 5 cups of flour, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there, and then we're going to get our bowl, mixing our butter and our sugar together. Alright, now we're going to get your bowl, and we're going to be whisking our sugar, 2 cups of milk, and our melted butter. Now that we stirred all of our ingredients in here, we're going to let this sit in a warm place for about 10 minutes. I'm up in the mountains and it's pretty chilly up here, so I'm probably gonna set up a little table, see if I can set this up next to the furnace and cover it for 10 minutes and let the yeast do its thing, and we'll come back. Okay, so now our batter has rested for about 10 minutes. We're going to go ahead and stir in the 5 cups of flour. Now that we combined all of our ingredients until well mixed, we're gonna go ahead and cover it with some plastic wrap and set it in a warm place for about an hour, and then we'll come back. This recipe does take a little bit of time because you have to let the yeast work and you have to let it sit for an hour, and then you have to find the beginning of the plastic wrap. Oh, for crying out loud. You've got to be kidding me. Okay. Alright, it has been an hour that we let this rest and covered with a kitchen towel and some saran wrap. Let's move that over there, and as you can see, it has doubled in size. And this is when I realized I messed up. 5 cups of flour. 4 goes in the batter, and the last one, the 5th one, goes in, or supposedly goes in right now, along with our baking powder and our salt. So I have our salt right here, and I'm gonna put some baking powder on there. I'm hoping this will turn out all right and that it's not that big of a difference putting all the flour in at the same time, but I guess we're gonna find out together how this is gonna turn out or not turn out, so stay tuned. Let's finish putting in the baking powder and our salt, and then we're going to be kneading this for about 10 minutes and flour the surface and all that deliciousness, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, we have our 3/4 cup in our bowl. We are going to add our butter. It's gonna be 3 sticks, 12 tablespoons total. Now we're going to grease our pans to put our cinnamon rolls in. You don't have to flour your pan. I like to, because I like to prevent any mishaps. I don't want my cinnamon rolls to stick, so I just go ahead and flour it just to make sure that it doesn't stick. Okay, here I did away with the plastic wrap under the cinnamon rolls because it was just making it very difficult. But if you put it on the counter like I did here and work your dental floss through it to cut your rolls to put them in your pan, it works just as perfectly.
When you make this recipe, you'll find out that cutting them with dental floss is going to be a little challenging, but you're just going to have to work through it because you cannot cut these with a knife. Trust me, I found that the hard way. Put them in your pan and pop them in the oven at 350 degrees from 25 to 30 minutes.
Those smell delicious. I skipped the cream cheese for this recipe because I didn't have any. However, just the powdered sugar and the milk work just fine, but feel free to add the cream cheese for this recipe. And there you have it. Those are going to be super delicious. We are getting ready to serve and put the, not the dressing, the frosting on the top. So I hope you enjoy them. You have been spending time with Nancy here on TBL in My Kitchen, and don't be afraid to go out there and experiment and try new recipes. And if you have tried this recipe, or if you have a better one or something delicious, put it down in the comments. I would love to hear and see what your favorite foods are. Take care. See you next time. Which is going to be 12 blah, 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 blah. We're going to add our butter, which is going to be 3, not tablespoons. I can't talk today. We're